Hello. Hi, my name is Elizabeth Batchilly. I am from MRC Unit, the Gambia. So my topic is creating a sustainable research environment through capacity building initiatives. Okay. So let's see. All right, so basically what really got me into this topic is that we all know that I am from a third world country, or a developing country as they would say it, and we do have a very high burden of diseases. From a research institution perspective, research is not given priority in our countries. We don't have government funding for research, basically, and working for the Medical Research Council unit, even though it's a UK-based institution, we have to bring in our own money to fund our research. So as a result of that, basically what we have looked at is, in our department, we are a research administration office which was set up 7 years ago. And in that office, we do pre and post management. But going back to this, because research is not given that much priority, it is very evident in the research that is carried out in the world as publications. The number of publications coming out of the research in Africa, looking at it globally, it's only 1.3%, which is yet very, very low. And this is an indication that we do have a very, very weak national health research systems, that was very evident recently with the case of the Ebola. Okay, and so the national health research systems, what it gives us is that it gives us this framework that allows us to do research in a very cohesive manner. And looking at it, it has 4 major functions that enables us to produce high quality research, and that is through governance, producing and translating and disseminating health research that is used to make good quality decision making. And we have to look at another area as well, is the adequate and sustainable financing of health research. And for this work, what we had looked at was the last bit, the last function, which is the creating and sustaining human and infrastructural resources for research to develop within our African setting. Okay, so the objective of our study was to assess what MRC Unit the Gambia is doing to create an enabling environment for quality research to be done, and for that research to inform the decisions that is being made, that in another setting affects the decisions that is being made by the health sector, because the health sector depends on us a lot in the decisions that they do make. So in our office, performance management is also one of our functions, and this was a retrospective study looking at the data that has been collected from 2009 to date in terms of what has been done in the unit in the sense of developing the research environment. So we looked at the strategies that were adopted by the unit. We assessed the impact of those strategies on the research that we've done. So the strategies, what we've noticed is that strategies were adopted at 3 levels: at the systems level, at the institutional level, as well as the individual level. And at the systems level, these are the strategies that we adopted. We did the partnerships with governments. We work on strengthening the National Ethics Committee, because these are things that are taken for granted there, but we are the host of the National Ethics Committee there, our institution. We also develop research agendas that has impact on the nation, not just doing research that is not impacting the daily lives of the people. So we do research on malaria, pneumonia, TB, those kind of research we do in our institution. We also invested a lot in, we created investment case for research, wherein we go out and look for funding for the research agendas that we've developed. Okay, and for the institutional level, we set up a research support office. That was the first things that we do. We established multiple networks within and outside Africa. We have networks with universities here in the US, universities in the UK, and in the rest of Europe, as well as the African universities. We invested in building research infrastructures like biobanks. We invested in the library system wherein data is collected. And we also established, like I said, South-South partnerships as well as North-South partnerships, and designed a defined career path, because even though we're sponsoring people, at the end of the day, when they finished what they were doing, they did not know what to do with themselves, and some of them were going back to the institutions where they did their work and work with them instead of going back home. Okay, and at the individual level, as I said, in the previous slide, we created a scholarship program which was aimed at targeting people at the younger age, because some of the things, for me, example, growing up, I was not aware of much about science. We were more about the social subjects, economics, marketing, business. Those were the things that we knew. It's only recently, 7 years ago, that I got into science, into research management, and got to know about these things. So we created all these programs that will enable people to expose them in order for them to know what is happening out there, what our colleagues are doing, and what we can do. And we do the award seed fundings. We promote peer-to-peer learning, mentorships, and we optimize our results being disseminated. So we encourage our scientists, both junior and senior, to give talks and go out there and present their works. And no matter how small it is something that we encourage in there. Okay, and as an output of, this is one of the outputs that we see. Looking at the data, we saw that over the years, the scholarship that we've awarded has increased a lot. If you see, the blue line gives you an indication of what was awarded, and the red or the pink tells you what's been completed. Okay, and these are as a result of these things that we're doing, or all these initiatives that we've taken up. Our award, the grants that we do apply to, or the grants that we've won, has increased. You can see from 2009 to 2015, the number of externally awarded grants that we compete for has also increased a lot. So publications as well has increased over the years as a result of these initiatives, as you can see on the table here. And so in conclusion, the strategies that we have adopted is indeed showing evidence of yielding the results that we are looking for, as research is improving in our environment. And it's not only in our environment. As I said, I've met some of my colleagues here, so it is having an impact, and it is worth sustaining and emulating. Thank you.